This week on Inside High School Sports, we feature the top-rated team on the West Side, the Mustang Broncos, and head coach Jeremy Dombeck. And we'll visit with the Southmore SaberCats as they win big again, and we'll get the story from their coach, Jeremy Stark. And our debut this week of the Inside High School Sports Top 10 Plays of the Week. And our Chickasaw Nation feature, the Day of Champions football camp held by Ken and Josh Heupel. It's all coming up next, here on Inside High School Sports. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside High School Sports. I'm Steve Marshall. Week 2 of the high school football season. We've got some great highlights for you, as always. Going to feature some of the top teams in Class 6A. Mustang and Southmore, both their offenses are really clicking here in the early season. But it's not just the large schools. We've got highlights from the Jones Longhorns, Lincoln Christian, Hollis, and much more. And it's all coming your way next, right here on Inside High School Sports. Stay with us.
For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to play on the PGA Tour, and when I got out there, I felt like I had achieved my goals, and then I won a tournament, which was incredible, and then I've been fortunate enough to win 2 more times since. I'm Johnson Wagner. I'm a PGA Tour professional, and I'm a Chickasaw. My drive and determination comes from being able to live my dream, being able to go play golf as a job. Our family heritage is rich athletically. Golf has given me so much in my life. It's taught me lessons about how to be a contributing member to society, just not on the golf course, but golf teaches so many values: respect, honesty, integrity, just to name a few. I love playing the game. I've always been aware and known my Chickasaw ancestry. My whole life it's just been a positive thing in my life. I feel so blessed and so fortunate in my life to be able to live my dream.
See more stories about the Chickasaw people at profilesofanation.com.
On this new 2015 Civic EX, pay no interest for 60 months, no charge for oil changes, and your TT&L is included, but only at Eskridge Honda. Own a new 2015 Honda Civic EX for just $259 a month with TT&L included. Now that's what I call going the Eskridge Mile, only at Eskridge Honda. Let us go the Eskridge Mile for you. Get a new 2015 Honda Accord for just $159 a month or 0% for 72 months, only at Eskridge Honda.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Next stop on our list today, we stop over at Mustang to visit with Jeremy Dombeck, the head coach of the Mustang Broncos, off to a 2-0 start, an impressive 41-14 victory over Stillwater this past weekend. And Jeremy, 2-0 to start off the season. Man, the offense looks like you guys are putting up some really big numbers. Talk about your offense first of all.
You know, we've got a lot of experienced wide receivers, obviously experienced quarterback, very talented running back. So our concern coming into the year was the offensive line. We're starting 4 out of 5 new guys there, and they played well. You know, one of the things, in this game in particular, Stillwater, our first drive was a 17-play, 80-yard drive. I don't think we've had one of those here, and just very methodical. We're a hurry-up team, but we just wanted to see how Stillwater was going to play us because we had no clue because they had so many starters out the week before. Very impressed with how we opened the ball game.
Defensively, where is the team sit right now as you as coaches evaluate your defense?
Well, the first game, everybody sees, that we gave up 36 points. 21 of those were on our starters and with 2 big plays. But all in all, they played really well. And then this previous week, our starters didn't give up a point. We held them under 100 yards rushing, under 100 yards passing, and played extremely well. So.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights here, and you start off and tell us what's happening.
Big DeAndre Thomas there, left end, getting some pressure on the quarterback. This is early in the ball game. This was a 3rd down play. We just sent Blake Williams there on a vertical route down the seam. He just outruns the guy, makes a good catch. This is the very next play action. Chandler I think the game slowed down so much for him. He just sees everything real fast, gets the ball in his hands. Zone read look, they collapse. We know he can run as well, so good touchdown there by Chandler, good read. Good protection, drops the ball into Bobby Brown there on a post route. Again, another 3rd down and long conversion. We don't like being in 3rd long, but when we have them, we like to be able to convert. Austin, that was Caden Truelove on the tackle, experienced football player. One of our running backs here, Aaron Kinshaw, this is a read screen for us. Chandler elects to go to the right side. We actually had a screen that was wide open on the other side as well, but Aaron takes it, good blocking downfield, and gets into the end zone.
Broncos win it by a score of 41-14. Let's talk about, I know you coaches play one game at a time, but let's talk about what it takes to not just make it to the playoffs, be district champions, but also threaten or at least want to get to the semifinals as you guys did last year. Offensively, defensively, you guys appear to be very sound. Where do you feel the team needs to improve the most?
We need to develop some depth. It's a long year, a brutal schedule, and that's kind of what we've been trying to do. Our starters only played probably 3 quarters, maybe 2.5 quarters last week to try to get some more kids experience, and because we know we've been there, like you said, and it's a long journey, and we've got, we'd love to stay healthy, but we know that's probably not the reality, so we need to develop as much depth as possible when it comes October, November.
Who were you counting for or counting on as far as your defense goes? Who are some of your team leaders?
Well, you've got our 2 inside backers that are, 3-year starters, Caden Truelove and golly, I can't believe Cole Daniel. I can't believe I went blank on that guy. 2 of our captains, are great leaders and great players, and our secondary is experienced. We've got a really good defensive line. We're just not real deep there, and we have to develop some depth there. You
guys seemingly have won easily the first 2 weeks. What do you have to do to keep the guys focused and concentrate on this weekend's opponent?
It's different this year because we do have a lot of experienced players back. So when we tell them, hey, you can't overlook Stillwater beat us last year, and they've been through it, and they understand that if we do slip up, we're not talented enough just to show up and beat anybody. We beat people with being physical and being prepared, and they've done a really good job with it. We've got a lot of great seniors, a lot of great leaders, and that we've done really well here this early part of the year.
All right, well, keep them healthy. Go get them next week. It's Jeremy Dombeck, the head coach of the Mustang Broncos. They're off to a 2-0 start. They take on Edmond Memorial this coming week. We'll take a timeout and come back with more of Inside High School Sports. Stay with us.
Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute's basically a group of medical practitioners that was founded in 2006. That was the goal of our practice has always been to provide high quality care to a broad range of patients in their musculoskeletal injuries.
They are just awesome here. They take care of what, your needs. And they're all very nice, very polite, and the doctors are, as far as I'm concerned, top of the line.
We specialize in foot and ankle, sports medicine, total joint replacement, spine, hand, and general orthopedics.
Leading the way in service and innovation, and widely recognized as the top practice in the area. The Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute proves every day that when it comes to orthopedic care and sports medicine, they truly are the best in Central Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute's basically a group of medical practitioners that was founded in 2006. That was the goal of our practice has always been to provide high quality care to a broad range of patients.
Specialize in foot and ankle, sports medicine, total joint replacement, spine, hand, and general orthopedics.
The Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute proves every day that when it comes to orthopedic care and sports medicine, they truly are the best in Central Oklahoma. Welcome back to the show, everybody, and right now we're going to stop over at Southmoore to visit with the head coach, Jeremy Stark. The Cybercats are off to a 2-0 start after a big win over rival Westmoore this past week, 48-21, the final score. And Jeremy, we mentioned rivalry game, and of course, a very big game in this area. Talk about your win over Westmoore.
Our kids love playing Westmoore. They get so excited to play them, and so we had a great week of practice, and it carried over Friday night. We had a big victory, 48-21, and started off slow. I think they scored the first 2 possessions, and we missed an extra point, so they were up 14-13. And after that, our defense kind of put the clamps on them a little bit, and offense did what they've been doing, all fall.
A lot of teams right now are still trying to get to the midseason point where their offense is really clicking. Well, you guys seem to have it going on right now.
We do. We talked about it last week. A lot of guys returning, and I felt like they picked up where they left off last year at the end of the year. So there wasn't a huge learning curve with our new offense, and the guys, been since spring have been moving great. We had a great spring installing the offense, and we just continually progressed throughout the fall.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights as the SaberCats are on offense as we start things.
Casey gives a play fake there and gets the ball to Dunier in open space. And man, he is hard to bring down. Cuts it all the way back across field, and Casey gets a block there. And we got linemen downfield and throwing blocks, and Dunier runs out of bounds. Casey had a great night. I think he accounted for over 400 yards of offense there. Hits Darian Moss out of the backfield, a great throw and catch. Then again, right here, hits a wide open Javarius Owens for a touchdown. Casey ended up with accounting for 7 touchdowns, all of our touchdowns. Play fake there to Moss, and then puts that outside linebacker in a bind there. He's got a run pass option. He ends up tucking it and getting good yards. Again, a good play fake, and hits Keon Williams for the touchdown. Keon had a 60-yard catch, I think the second series, and then happened to fumble it in the end zone, so he made up for it there. Casey does a great job staying in the pocket, a lot of pressure, gets hit as he throws that one to Axel Bradley for his first touchdown of the year. Again, another play fake, and Casey going deep, hitting Javarius Owens with a great catch. He goes up over the defender, makes a great play. Again, we're going for a little double pass here, but they covered it well. And Dunier again, it's almost like a mirror image of that first play, cutting it all the way back across field, then comes back to this side again. Makes a great play. That wasn't a penalty, that they picked that one up. Casey's got pressure on him, steps up in the pocket. Again, finds Javarius Owens behind the secondary. There, our defense finally gets involved a little bit with the sack there. We got good pressure on them all night.
All right, so the SaberCats go to 2-0 in the season, a 48-21 victory. Is there any aspect of the team that you are not happy with, that you feel like really needs to be addressed as you guys want to get better each week? We started off slow, like I mentioned. We got to be able to start quicker. And our penalties in the second half, we kind of got sloppy there late in the game, and a couple penalties here and there, and communication wasn't great as we got later into the game. So I'd like to see us fix those 2 areas this week. Edmond Santa Fe coming up this week, another tough struggle, very talented team as we know. What do you guys know going in your preparations for Santa Fe?
Offensively, they're very big up front. They've got a very big physical offensive line, and they've got 2 running backs that are very scary, very dangerous. We saw last year Williams, I think his name is, he put up, had quite an evening against us. I think his coming out party was against us last year. So we got to try to slow down their rushing attack. Defensively, they're very fast and very aggressive. So hopefully, offensively, we can, like I said, pick up where we left off last week and move the ball, keep the chains moving, and limit our turnovers.
All right, well, good luck and
Thank
have
you.
a great week of practice. Jeremy Stark, the head coach for the Southmore SaberCats, they take on Santa Fe this weekend. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back and continue with more of Inside High School Sports. Stay with us, everybody.
Dr. Larry Lee Master, the official dentist, has moved to a brand new state-of-the-art facility, added associate Dr. Zane Weaver, and changed the name to More Smiles Family Dentistry, located at 3001 South Telephone Road. Featuring implant therapy, Invisalign, Clear Correct, IV conscious sedation, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and participating with most major insurance plans and financing available. Call 793-8300. More Smiles Family Dentistry, and one of the best for 2012, and now providing facial aesthetic procedures, including both Botox and Juvederm.
Own a new 2015 Honda Civic EX for just $259 a month with TT&L included. Now that's what I call going the Eskridge mile, only at Eskridge Honda.
Welcome back to the show. Let's take a look now. Edmond Santa Fe at Moore on defense. Zeke Jenkins going to run down the quarterback for a sack on the play. More defense here. The pass is tipped by Calvin Brundage and intercepted by Mike Coates for the Wolves. Now this is quarterback Julian Hoskins throwing down the middle and a leaping catch by Davion Bowler for an 18-yard gain. And then Hoskins again. This time going to go downfield to J.T. Wolschlager for a 32-yard pickup, and the Wolves are on the march. Now watch here as Darren Williams going to slip out of the backfield behind the secondary, and he's going to take it in for the touchdown. And then Williams again in overtime, in for the touchdown. Santa Fe wins it. They take on Mustang next. All right, next, this is Norman North at UConn. Timberwolves on D. Cade Mashburn going to come up with the interception, and he's going to take it back 26 yards to near midfield. Here, quarterback Cameron Hardesty goes deep to Colin Klein, hits him in stride for a 59-yard touchdown to put the Wolves on top early. And then it's Hardesty again, and he's going to find his receiver Drake Stoops across the middle for a 24-yard pickup on the play. And Hardesty one more time. He's going to find Charlie Kolar downfield, 30-yard gain into Miller territory. Now watch Quan Hogan on this one. Starts right, whoop, whoop, 33 yards. Hogan into the end zone for the touchdown. And then back on defense, Miller throws deep, but Joshua Williams has it covered. He gets the interception. Norman North wins it 59-24. They host Westmore next. Next up, it's Bixby taking on East Central, and this is Nick Roller. Roller rolling into the end zone. Touchdown for the Spartans. And then watch him do it again. Looks like he's tackled, but he's going to make it into the end zone. 23-0. Bixby on top. Quarterback Tanner Griffiths here fakes and then finds Cade Cabnish 24 yards, and Bixby extends the lead to 38-0. Later, the Spartan defense going to get on the scoreboard as well. Colton Tafoya is going to get the Oski and the pick six. Bixby wins at 71-7. Next, they play Springdale, Arkansas. Ready? All right, this game is Choctaw at Putnam City. Yellow Jackets from their own 22. Quarterback Braden Hunt drops the throw. Down the middle, finds Darius Winston for a 30-yard gain. And then up next, running back Sean Thompson. Watch him weave his way down to the Pirates' 15-yard line. He picks up 39 yards on this play. And then the quarterback Hunt, watch him go left side, follow his blockers, gets into the end zone for the Yellow Jacket score. And later it's Thompson again. Watch him here, spinning, twisting, and he's going to run 44 yards for another Jacket touchdown as he gets into the end zone. And then finally, Jaron Curry gets the interception, returns it 42 yards. Choctaw wins it 24-13 to go to 2-0. They host PC North next. Next up is Deer Creek hosting Norman. Watch number 10, Kyle Sander. Quarterback Clayton Sims with a quick pass. Sander breaks the tackle, gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Now some defense here as number 13, Abel Coendi, gets in the backfield and gets the tackle for the loss. And now Sims, the quarterback, goes deep on this one. He's going to find Zach Kerstetter, 44-yard gain into Norman territory. And the same two once again as Sims fires on the crossing pattern into the end zone for another Antler touchdown. And then later on, Nick Farmer going to stop a Norman drive as he's going to get the interception here. Good coverage downfield by Nick Farmer. Farmer's going to return it for a couple of yards, and that'll set up another drive for the Antlers. And then Taj Davidson going to wrap it up with a 14-yard run for the touchdown. They win it 31-22. Next, they play at UConn. Altus Bulldogs hosting Anadarko. Watch here is Taven Burdo. Big guy going to get down the sidelines and get inside the 2-yard line. He's going to get to finish it off right here. Takes it in for the touchdown. Bulldogs now set to receive the kick. It's Burdo again, up the middle, and then down the left side into the end zone for another Bulldog touchdown on homecoming. Quarterback Jaden Benway, play action. He's going to throw down the middle to Anton Anderson. 40 yards as Altus continues to light the scoreboard. And this time, watch the quick pitch from the quarterback to Shaquan French. French adds to the Bulldogs' point total. And watch Benway on this one. Fake to Burdo, then follow him up the middle into the secondary and gone. Bulldogs beat Anadarko 42-25, play at Elk City next. Next up, Noble Bears taking on Chickasha. Noble's already scored a touchdown. The ensuing kickoff fumbled by the Chicks and recovered by number 85, Zach Coffey. Now watch this strong run here by Caleb Black. Black would end up scoring on the next play, making it 14-0. And then later, quarterback Baylor Buell throws the touchdown pass to Mike Murphy for a 31-7 lead. Next up on defense, Brandon Walker and Twain Savageau combined to make the stop on the play. They win 44-16, play at Piedmont next. All right, we're busy this week. We'll take a timeout and come with more on Inside High School Sports.
exactly what we expect you to do.
What we're trying to do is the exact same thing, teaching the same character and methods and that type of thing that the Chickasaws believe in. And we bring in the 4 principles, and we're trying to set discipline and then establish respect, trust, and hard work.
If you have those 4 basic principles, you can be successful. And the last one, hard work. I mean, no matter who you are, if you can't get to hard work, if you can't learn to respect people, if you can't have the discipline to do it day in and day out, doing the things that you need to be successful in life, then it's not going to work out.
A number of young kids that we've worked with come back year after year and year. And not only do you see the build of their the physical part of it, the body position, the core and that, but more importantly, you see the change in the character, and we call it the character of life.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to the show. Next up, it's Heritage Hall at Clinton. Quarterback Blake Adams fakes the handoff and keeps it. Adams is going to make 54 yards on this play to set him up in scoring position. Terrell Love takes the handoff right side, and he gets in for the touchdown run of 13 yards. Blake Adams again, 10-yard pass complete to number 26, Tevin McDaniel, touchdown Chargers. And then it's Adams, this time 68 yards to McDaniel once again, wide open in the secondary, and he's going to make one move and get away into the end zone for the touchdown. Later on, this is why they call him Tank, 2-yard touchdown run for Terrell Love. And finally, Blake Adams with a 49-yard rushing touchdown as he goes around the left end. Heritage Hall wins it 49-21. Next up, they host Davis. Jones Longhorns hosting Hera. Quarterback Brandon George, pump fake, going deep for Callan Houston, complete for a gain of 32 yards on the play. Now on defense, watch this. The ball comes loose in the air. It's tipped and controlled. Ryan Mansell is there for the scoop and score return for the touchdown. Later on, we're going to find George. He's going to find Rowdy Warner over the middle, 23-yard gain on that play. And then George again takes it from 4 yards out to extend the Longhorns' lead. George, quick out pass to Houston again, and he'll take it in from 23 yards out, another Longhorn touchdown. And then watch here as the snap sails over the head of George, seemingly heaves it downfield. Number 3, Sean Shaw Jr. there for the catch, and he gains 69 yards as the Longhorns win 42-20. They're now 3-0. They take on Hennessy next. Next matchup, Christian Heritage hosting Mount St. Mary. 16-yard touchdown run here by number 7, Joseph Lemieux. And then watch this. Teaming up for the touchdown pass, 27 yards, Camden Cargill to Tatum Chapman for another Crusader touchdown. And then this time 63 yards, Cargill to Chapman once again. Big night for those two as the Crusaders cruise on in this one. And then finally, interception coming up by Gunnar Bullard. Crusaders win 35-7. They play next week at Tallahena. Next up, the Hollis Tigers hosting Wellington, Texas, and quarterback Gunnar Ewing gets the scoring started. 12-yard run to put the Tigers on top early. Now the big running back, number 44, Dal Williams, gets some great blocking up front. He's going to take this 47 yards all the way to the 10-yard line in Wellington territory. Then later from the 22-yard line, play action, and Ewing finds Malik Johnson open for a 22-yard touchdown toss. Hollis leads 21-0. Watch Williams again. This time the big fella is going to rumble for 49 yards deep into Wellington, about the 10-yard line before he goes down. Williams is going to get to finish the job right here. And watch him this time as he's going to go behind that big offensive line, and he's going to score from 7 yards out this time for another touchdown. Now Tigers on defense. Jamal Bird is going to get the Oski pick 6 as Hollis beats Wellington 49-20. They're now 2-0, and they play at Mangum next. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, this week's Inside High School Sports Top 10. Doctors Ron and Jeff Boyer and Associate Dr. Heather Bailey and the rest of the Boyer staff invite you to their big city clinic with the small town feel. If you're looking for a vet to treat your pet as part of the family, listen to what Dr. Jeff Boyer has to say.
As a licensed veterinarian, I too am a pet owner, and I understand that your pet is part of your family. At Boyer Veterinary Clinic, we are also a family, and we promise to deliver the same quality of care that you have come to expect from any of your family members.
And serving the Moore area since 1995,
Boyers offers services ranging from preventive care and wellness, radiography, surgery, boarding and grooming, and more. Boyer Veterinary Clinic, corner of Western and Southwest 134th and more, open Monday through Friday. Make your appointment today. Call 794-8504.
Civic EX, pay no interest for 60 months, no charge for oil changes, and your TT&L is included, but only at Eskridge Honda. Own a new 2015 Honda Civic EX for just $259 a month with TT&L included. Now that's what I call going the Eskridge mile, only at Eskridge Honda. Let us go the Eskridge mile for you. Get a new 2015 Honda Accord for just $159 a month or 0% for 72 months, only at Eskridge Honda.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at our top 10 plays of the week. Number 10, Mustang quarterback Chandler Garrett over the middle. Bobby Brown, touchdown Broncos. Coming in at number 9, Deer Creek running back Taj Davidson. Nice move, big hole up the middle, touchdown for the Antlers. Next up on our list, Christian Heritage. This is Camden Cargill, the quarterback, going downfield. Tatum Chapman is going to take it and go into the end zone as the Crusaders go on to victory. Watch this play next from Bixby's defense. Quarterback is hit, ball in the air. That's Colton Tafoya into the end zone for a Spartan touchdown. At number 6 this week from Santa Fe, Darren Williams in overtime gets into the end zone for the touchdown as the Wolves go on to victory. Norman North and Quan Hogan up next. Watch the moves and how many guys miss on this play. Hogan gets into the secondary and then into the end zone for a Timberwolf touchdown. Next up is Heritage Hall. Tank Love, get out of my way, touchdown for the Chargers. And now from Altus, this is Taven Burdo. On the kickoff return, it's homecoming, and he is going to take it to the house. Burdo, gone, touchdown Bulldogs. Our number 2 play of the week, this is Dunye Rice from Southmore. Watch how many guys he makes miss. 1, 2, 3, spins out, and then down the sideline. Dunye Rice for the SaberCats, off to a good start. They're 2-0 on the season. And our number 1 play of the week, the Jones Longhorns. Keep an eye on the football. It's out, it's tipped, and it's caught. Ryan Manziel going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown for the Longhorns as they go to 3-0.
On this new 2015 Civic EX, pay no interest for 60 months, no charge for oil changes, and your TT&L is included, but only at Eskridge Honda. Own a new 2015 Honda Civic EX for just $259 a month with TT&L included. Now that's what I call going the Eskridge mile, only at Eskridge Honda. Let us go the Eskridge mile for you. Get a new 2015 Honda Accord for just $159 a month or 0% for 72 months, only at Eskridge Honda.
Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute's basically a group of medical practitioners that was founded in 2006. That was the goal of our practice has always been to provide high quality care to a broad range of patients.
Specialize in foot and ankle, sports medicine, total joint replacement, spine, hand, and general orthopedics.
The Oklahoma Sports and Orthopedics Institute proves every day that when it comes to orthopedic care and sports medicine, they truly are the best in Central Oklahoma.
Well, that's going to do it for another week of Inside High School Sports. Thanks so much for joining us. Next week, it'll be the final non-district game before we get into district play. Make sure you join us on Facebook, Inside High School Sports, and we'll see you next week, everybody. So long.